Hello everyone, my name's Amanda O'Callaghan and I'm really delighted to be part of New Zealand's National Flash Fiction Day. I'm speaking to you from Brisbane, Australia. I'll be reading 3 pieces today, and the first of them is called Tying the Boats. "You cut your hair," he said when he came home. Nothing more. She thought he might have said, "You cut off your beautiful hair," but his mouth could not make the shape of beautiful even then. She kept the hair in a drawer, a great hank of it bound together in 2 places, with ribbon almost the same dark red. Sometimes, when she was searching in the big oak chest that she brought from home, she'd see it stretched against the back of the drawer, flattened into the joinery like a sleek, cowering animal. Once she lifted it out, held it up to the light to catch the last of its fading luster. She weighed it in her hands. The hair was thick, substantial, heavy as the ropes they'd used when she was a girl, tying the boats when storms were coming. The second piece is called Vigil. It's one of the shortest pieces I've ever written, and it's also the one that has probably spooked me more than any other. Despite its brevity, it took me a long time to write it. Vigil. Far from here, in rooms of glass and steel, they know that the bones in the mud are a dog, not a boy, that a rind of metal small as your ear pulled a plane from the sky, that a widget's fin the size of your fist sank a ship, rolled a train, that a single seed in a skelter of leaves finds the place, nails the man. Under points of light, latex fingers worry the tiny fractured pieces, lift the scraps of lives. And I will wait here, watching the seasons, holding this shirt in practiced hands, soft on my face, the scent of you long gone. I will wait here until they say, this is your boy. Finally, as a child of migrants, this last piece is quite close to my heart. It's called the Mohair Coat. It could not go to strangers, this leaving coat. How could they know about the terrible newness of things? The way her parents had gripped the sleeves, a great rush of parting shaking them all. How they turned from her then without another word, bowing into the wind and the slick grey road. And when the ship pulled away at last, streamers cross-hatching the dock, how she'd watched them mount the old wharf steps, knowing by the set of their shoulders that they would not look back. As the ship rose beneath her feet, how she turned up her collar and watched the ocean unfold like a plan. It could not be left for strangers, this returning coat, my mother's winter uniform for journeys back to her homeland, the way she pressed her hip against the ship's rail, the sun burning her head, the coat looped over her arm like success. The seas waited, and later the skies. Above the clouds she tucked in her sleeves, made a pillow, watched the horizon for unforgotten places. She brought stories in her pockets. It could not be left for strangers, this quarantined coat hovering like a ghost in a reek of naphthalene. Once, before the end, my mother took it out, laid it down on the bed like sorrow. The heat prickled the wool. I tried to imagine a place where the weight of this would feel right. "Do you remember your mohair coat, Mum?" I said, and she ran her fingers across the lapel. I watched her shoulders rise and fall. She did not answer. It could not stay with me, this haunting coat. I travel back to her country, carry it in my arms, better in a place where hard winds undo the mystery of double cuffs. In the old village, her ancient sister waits. I look forward to meeting you, she wrote in crafted loops. I will give her the coat. It has been worn 4 times in 60 years. We will not dare to speak of the unbearable brightness of its wool. But in a post office 2 hours south, I can no longer bear the weight of empty clothes. I take the coat, cross the arms, lay it out in heavy card. In the overheated room, I watch the clock. Soon a van cortege will come and bear it home along the roads of her youth. As I seal the box, an impish scent of her, a stowaway in the hand-sewn lining, threads past me and is gone. In that grey room, wary eyes watch a stranger clasping a heavy coat, sobbing into its depths like an abandoned child. Thank you for listening.